What did you?
I was busy pushing my song.
Abegi!
Serious now.
How are you doing? It's so nice to have you in the studio, NAS boy.
Thank you.
You have a brand new song titled Lover Boy. Before we get into that, this is my first time of having a conversation with you, and it feels like there's so much for us to talk about. How have you been?
I've been good. Been good. Basically, apart from the stress that the country is giving us, I've been great.
I think that as whenever I meet like celebrities or like popular people on social media who are very vocal or who have like an extroverted personality, I'm always surprised when I see them and they're somehow really introverted and cool. I'm always like, how did that happen? Because I know I've asked you like twice a day, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm good. Actually.
Is this how you are?
Yeah.
Or is it because you're on radio?
No, this is me when I'm not doing my skits.
You're an introvert? Do you want to use your headphones?
Introvertly extroverted.
Don't use your headphones. Okay, introvertedly. What did you call it?
Introvertly extroverted.
So you're an ambivert.
I guess.
You guess. Okay. So when you're not doing your skits, you're always quiet. So how do you manage people meeting you and expecting you to be very, extroverted and very talky?
No. So I never like doing the whole talky thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not me. Yeah. So if I'm not shooting videos, either lying on my bed thinking of the next content.
That must be a lot.
A whole lot, trust me.
How do you guys create this content how often do you put out content? Is it every week? Is it every month?
Yeah, no.
Because I know that you don't. It
varies.
Anytime it comes.
Yeah.
So how do you decide what content to churn out as a content creator?
I don't decide if it comes. So the thing is, I have a style. I try to put out decent content. I just try my best to put out decent content. So if the content is decent enough, I put it out there.
Speaking about decent content, a lot of times when we see like content creators put out content on Instagram, people are very particular about putting out, not particular, but we can see that for Instagram, lots of comedians are very intentional about using very hot girls, girls that are not well dressed, maybe not well dressed, but they are showing off their sexy body and stuff like that. But with your content, you are particular about passing a message.
Yeah.
Is that intentional for you?
It's not like it is intentional. It's just me. Like sometimes I do videos that don't pass messages. It's just for laughs. But then at the end of the day, I feel like I'm using my platform to preach. I'm not a pastor, but I would love to preach. So it's just to sanitize the whole environment rather than mess it up. Because I feel like it's already messed up already. So
it's intentional for you to pass a message with your content.
Yeah,
to
it is.
Educate people.
Yeah.
To tell just be very particular about educating the fans and people that watch your content. It's not about just fun for you.
No, it's not just fun.
So do you sometimes get stuck in not having anything to do because of you're very particular about creating content that is?
Yeah.
And do you worry that your content might not get the audience that other people using them girls are getting?
It happens, but then I think I am comfortable in my lane. I like it.
You like it?
I'm not here to fight for engagement. I'm just here to put out my videos, and the 1,000 2,000 persons that will see it, that's enough for me.
That's enough for you.
So it's not really a competition.
It's not a competition for you. So you don't get worried about how many engagement did I get? Did I not get engagement?
No. So it's just a mental thing. Yeah. So sometimes your videos actually deserve some comments, right?
Yeah.
But you don't get it.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel bad sometimes. But then it's not like I will have to beat myself over it. What I try to do all the time is to make sure that I put videos that are above average to me. When the video impresses me, then I'm good.
Then you're good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how you started doing comedy, or how you started doing, putting content out on Instagram. I read up somewhere that before you started doing comedy, you were actually an artist, and you were trying to do music, and you were not getting the kind of attention that you deserved. That you went to do, comedy. So
the funny thing is, the comedy. It's not like I went into comedy because I wanted to do comedy. So I decided to mimic Davido. The intention was actually getting his attention for my music. Yeah, that was just the intention. Then when I got attention, it started looking like this guy was joking. So I decided to continue.
Oh, so it's not like you plan to be a comedian,
no.
Or you plan to do comedy on Instagram. It was to get Davido's attention to listen to your music.
That was all, trust me.
When you got his attention, did you say, boss, check out my music?
No, so I started looking like a comedy guy. I started looking like a funny guy. So I felt like talking about music would be strange. So I decided to let it go for now.
What? So how did you not? So since you didn't plan to be a comedian, how did you not get into that space to start doing? Did you get a script writer?
No. Trust me when I say I write everything myself.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. So now you're back to doing the music. Are you scared?
Yeah, I don't even know how to feel. It's actually a new beginning, so I feel some type of way. I feel strange. You get me? But then at the end of the day, it's still entertainment, right? Yeah, so we'll go dig them.
Are you worried that people might not pay attention to you, take you seriously as an artist?
Yeah, I was. But then the most important thing is dishing out songs that are amazing. That's the most important thing. By the time you start, if you dish out good songs, trust me, they will have no option. So you won't say, no, I'm closing my ears to listening to NAS Boy, he's a comedian. If the song is sweet, the song is sweet.
You know, fans can be very stubborn.
I know. But I have like, we have this mindset because we hardly see people who succeed at both ends.
Well, you can. People do actually.
I shout out
Basket
to
Mouse.
People like AY too.
Yeah.
AY actually
as an artist, as a comedian, as an actor.
You get me?
Basket Mouth
like
as
he's big both ways.
Even Basket Mouth as a music exec and also as a comedian. Also
shout
as an
out to
actor.
Fowls too.
Fowls, yeah.
I can remember that Fowls also got AMVC for an actor.
Yes. So you can do both. You can do both. You just have to convince them that you can.
Yeah.
This song, Lover Boy, who produced it?
Yo X. That's his name.
Okay, how did you link up with him?
It's just one call away. He was the guy that did the Mashallah song.
Oh.
He was still the guy that produced So yeah, it was just one night. I've been battling. Do I still really want to do music? Do I really want to do it? Yeah, I really want people to hear me. I don't want this talent to die off. This is actually something that I'm passionate about. Okay, I really need people to know that I can sing.
Yeah.
So I called X. X is like, guy, you won't sing. Yeah, I'm like, no, go. See, you have to take me serious. I was actually a musician, so I played like some old records, and he was like, are you kidding? So he came through one night, and this was it.
I'm sure you get that, guy, you won't sing a lot of times.
Yeah, it's frustrating because I nurtured this whole music, like ever since I got into this space.
Yes.
Like I nurtured putting out my song like 2 years ago, but then I was waiting to get a lot of attention. So it doesn't look like, what's this guy doing? You get me? So that's exactly why, like right now, it feels like every comedian wants to sing. It's painful. Like it's actually very painful because I was actually a musician
first
before the whole thing.
What's your relationship like with Kata Efe?
He's my guy.
So when you told him not to do music, what did he say? Say
no. So funny thing is, as at when Kata used to come to my house when I used to play my music, he wasn't even known.
So you guys have been close before both of you got popular?
Yeah, so not like we were close. I was like that big bros. They would just come to my house to hang. You get? So I nurtured this whole music. Like all my friends that are skit makers know that I can sing. You understand? So they kept saying, put it out. So even when Kata did it, they're saying, everybody said, you see.
They're like, you see? Kata is doing it now. We told you, do your own. Yeah.
So the audience don't know that I do music, but my guys that are skitters, they actually knew that this guy. But I kept it for the longest.
It feels like in that Instagram comedy space, you guys are very supportive of one another.
We are.
You guys feature on each other's videos. You guys speak highly of each other. So now that you've dropped this song, do you have plans to drop a song featuring Kata Efe?
No, now Kata doesn't sing. So,
so
why should I feature Kata?
Well, Kata does music where he puts people on the song.
Yeah, then so if he's putting me on, that's fine. I'll sing.
Maybe Kata Efe featuring Bachala, featuring NAS Boy. I'll come through. You come to like Bandana. After this song, Lover Boy, what next for you? Are you dropping another single, another album, another EP?
A lot's going to happen. It's going to be a video, more singles, an EP. So it's just basically music, proper music actually. But guess what? I'm still going to be making videos. So it's not like
skits. At the same time.
That's going to be crazy, but yeah.
Very much so. Yeah. Now that you dropped this song, and of course, after you started off doing like making the video, so I'm assuming both of you have a relationship. Do you guys talk?
Yeah, we do. Actually,
Did you send him the song?
No. You like right now, it's not the time for
that.
Yeah,
Yes, he's
so
not on social
we
media.
are letting David to rest.
When he comes back.
We can now continue.
Say, bro, see all the things we don't happen.
No, I'm sure he sees.
I'm sure he sees. Yeah, I'm sure he sees, and I hope he's getting all the love that he deserves. So when you got David's attention, what did he do? Did he invite you to the house? Did you guys?
So you got it right, actually. So he invited me to the house first. So I linked up with Peruzzi first.
Okay.
Peruzzi invited me over. Like, this guy. So at that point, I was really scared.
Why were you scared?
Because I was always disturbing Peruzzi now. Peruzzi over! So I was always disturbing Peruzzi. So I felt like, this guy was going to beat me up. So when I got to his house, it was all love. Then videos popped out, internet, everybody said, you finally met Peruzzi. Yeah. And David said, come bring this guy to my house. So I went to see David the next day. It was all love. It was fun. And since then, anyway, me and David catch major love.
Major love. And even Peruzzi.
Yeah, Peruzzi is my guy.
You're Peruzzi. But you stopped mimicking both of them for a minute.
Yeah, and I just grew up.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
That's it. But when you said to stop, the people still asking you out.
I still see people say, this guy, don't leave this thing, do it again.
You don't have plans to?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. You've passed that stage of mimicking people. Shout out to you, NAS boy. Shout out to you when it comes to like your career, the growth, how you started, where you are now. You started mimicking David Peruzzi, then you started dropping your own skits. That is super, cool. And lots of people are saying that NAS boy is one of the comedians that when you watch his video, most of his videos, maybe not all of them, he's saying something super important and all of that. And I have to say this, right? Of course, I see your videos. I watch your videos. But one thing that drew my attention to you as a comedian was a couple of weeks ago when you got a deal with a particular brand that I'm not going to mention on radio.
Yeah.
And the brand started getting dragged. And you came out to say, you know what, I'm disassociating myself from this brand.
Yeah.
And I saw that video and I'm like, wait, celebrities still do this? That was amazing. Why did you decide to do it?
So I feel like I have a very good name out there. And I wouldn't want anything to dent my name, even money. Because the brand, they didn't even pay me completely because they were supposed to send me some money. But then I was ready to let the money go because I feel like I'll be misleading a lot of people. Because we advertise, and when we advertise, people do these things.
People do it because of you.
Yeah, so I was definitely going to be putting people into trouble.
Yeah.
So I decided to just tell them that, I beg you, I'm not part of this thing. And a lot of people think it is easy to do a research on a brand that text you for an ad. It's not easy.
It is actually.
No, it's
don't
not
you Google search all the brands?
No. So sometimes we see random messages. You understand, where you advertise for this person and somebody is saying these people are stupid.
They took my money.
Yeah, you get me. So at the end of the day, you cannot judge because of 1-2 persons.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So the moment where I saw that people were actually like these guys are, so I decided to take the video down. Then I decided to make the disclaimer video. So because I'm not actually part of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's not me.
But how do you decide the brand to work with? Because when you put out celebrities work with brands and people come out to say, this brand has scammed me, and I'm always like, didn't the celebrity look up, like Google search the brand first? Don't you try to vet the brand?
I can bet that if you Google search the same brand,
yes,
you see like some really like I ask, they have an office.
They do.
Exactly. So they have an office. So it's not like, these guys do not operate from an office or something.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So I've seen billboards.
Yeah.
I've seen top celebrities work with them.
Yes.
Yeah, people who are higher than me.
Yes.
Yeah? So I'm like, okay. If these guys are reaching out to me, means they're actually like
legit.
You get me? So let me give you an example. So you now, imagine if a popular brand says, they want to use CTFM for an ad, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Popular brand, maybe a milk company, or maybe one thing.
Property company or something.
Yeah, or maybe a medication.
Yeah.
Imagine. Then after doing the advert, you now hear that, this particular drug killed over 1,000 persons. Would you say you didn't do your research properly?
Okay, I hear you when you say that. But I feel like a lot of these brands in Nigeria, when you Google search or when you like search about these brands, if the brand is like not legit, you see comments everywhere. And that particular brand has been getting dragged for years. How did you know?
Trust me, it happens.
Yes.
It happens. Like I actually did not know, because if I did, I get ads every now and then.
Yes.
So it's easy to ignore your money.
Yes, and I'll get another one.
Yeah, I'll get another one. So, and real estate is something that is out there. So I can easily get money from any other person.
Yes, it doesn't have to be that person.
Yeah, so my bad. I didn't know. If I did,
definitely.
So why am I putting up the video and making it disclaimer?
You just save you the stress by not doing it in the first place. Shout out to you for doing that. That's such a fantastic thing to do, and to see you like come out to that. People hardly reject money. Especially living in Nigeria with the economy, everybody's trying to get as much money as they can. So see someone turn down money was quite interesting and quite commendable. So shout out to you, Nasboy, for doing that.
Thank you.
And you were in the news a couple of days ago for your comment on the podcast where you were. Do you think people misconstrued what you were saying?
Yeah, that's what Twitter does. I'm not lying now. You're a witness to it. That's what they do. But a lot of people got it. A lot of persons did not get it. What did I say? I said that I could remember saying that if my mother is saying I won't get married to this person, I'll go ahead to get married to the person because my mother lived her life already. It's my life at the end of the day. So I wonder why people got the message wrongly. Because you can't tell me who to marry. You get me? You can't actually tell me who to marry because you don't live your life now. Did I pick a husband for you? I did not. My mother, imagine my mother is Delta, right? My dad is Yoruba. My dad is a Muslim. My mom is not even a Muslim, she's a Christian. So imagine. And they made it work. Then my mother is now coming to pick a wife for me. That's impossible. So
do you think that, I think lots of people had, the problem they had was probably the way
I said it.
The way you said it. The way you put out the message. They feel like you
I don't have strength. Like I really don't have strength to argue
with them.
So I'm sorry if you're listening to this, if you actually think I didn't put it out well, I'm sorry. Like trust me.
So maybe you were disrespectful to your mom.
No. That's not it exactly. That's not it. So the thing is, I and my mother are like cat and dogs, but we are friends.
You guys disagree a lot.
Yeah. You know that kind of thing now. Yeah. My mother is not in our generation. Right, and you know when they are not in our generation, it's always very hard.
It's very that's a popular thing.
Yeah, you get. So a lot of people it's just that people out there are hypocrites. They should tell me that they've never had heated arguments with their parents. You get me? So it's a why I got overly emotional about it is a fight that I have in my house already. You get?
So when I saw that video, in my head I'm like, this feels very. So this feels very relatable. Like this is happening right now.
Yeah, no. So it's not even happening right now.
Okay,
you get me? So I could remember that there was a time that my mother knocked me in my head for saying I was going to marry this woman, and she's like, no, never. You cannot. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm grown now. So I'm like, now that I'm grown, I'm waiting for her to come and say no. You get? Because at the end of the day, you can't decide who I should marry. It doesn't make sense. Like if I bring a woman to you, you understand, all you need to do is assess her, forget tribe. Like we're in a country where we are preaching no to tribalism, and because a parent doesn't want you to do this and you're saying, oh, because the person is a parent, we are not going to do it. We are not going to do it. So I feel like it is wrong.
And a lot of times people feel like when it comes to marriage conversation, it is important for your parents, your mother or your father to like or approve of who you want to get married to, because they have experience already when it comes to marriage, and you are just starting out, and they feel like if you're not listening to your mother, she's not vetting this person, she's not approved, she has not approved of this person.
So I'm going to ask you personally. What do you think? Do you think they are right? I'm asking now. So this is what I this is what I say all the time.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes your parents can be wrong, true or false.
Yes.
So why we always
it's not about marriage, even generally.
Yeah. So why do we always make it look like once the parents say something, that's final? Like they can never be wrong. Why? Why? How did I ended that podcast because of your question now?
Yeah.
I ended the podcast saying. Personally, I always tell people that you have stupid friends. You have friends that
you don't approve of their lifestyle.
Yeah. True of us.
Yes, true.
Yeah, you hate their character. They mess you up sometimes, and you don't even.
Maybe not hate their character.
But okay, not you. Maybe you don't have those kind of friends, but you have people
that I know that I'm like.
Right, those people are going to become parents. You get me? So those people are actually going to become parents. So you should also the term parent is just someone who has a child, right? So doesn't mean parent makes you
unknowing
perfect. You don't have to make mistakes because you're a parent. No, it doesn't work like that. You understand? And I always tell people this is something that pisses people off. But I tell people that as you are now, you can be smarter than your mother. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. No vex. When you been date 10 years, you been sabi operate phone.
No.
You been know anything.
Maybe not smarter than my.
No, you can be smarter. Don't stress me now. You want me to argue? You can be smarter than your parents. It's not a crime.
So
are you saying that once somebody is older than you, the person is smarter than you?
Once someone is older than you, one thing that comes with age, no, I'm not saying that. Older people can be wrong. Older people,
it's not wrong. I'm now saying, I'm using the word smart. Don't you think a younger person can be smarter than an older person?
Yes, definitely. Look at our politics. Look at Nigeria. The people that are ruling us are way older than us.
Now, guess
don't mean that they are smarter than us.
Guess what?
But
go out there now.
Something that comes with age is experience.
I know. Doesn't mean you can't have experience. Doesn't mean you can't have experience for the short time you've stayed here.
But you can't have more experience than someone who has stayed longer than you.
Nobody's arguing. That's why. Okay, take a microphone now.
Yes.
Take a microphone now to a park.
Yes.
And ask maybe one of those people above 60, 50, 70.
Yes.
Put a microphone in their mouth and say, who are you voting for? If you no, I'm just giving you an example. If you hear lame excuses from people, you now know that you're actually very smart.
I agree because most of the videos that I have seen of older people talking about who they want to vote, the reason they are voting,
are they smart?
No.
Exactly. So what's the point?
No.
Why are you scared to say that a young person can be smarter than?
I know. I'm not scared to say that a young person can be smarter than an older person, but I'm saying that the experience that comes with being older cannot.
Those people they talk that in. Now people will get experience. So.
Guess what? A lot of young people too also think that way. Do you know that?
I'm not arguing. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
I've heard young people like us give ridiculous reasons for voting.
Did you hear what I said? I didn't say young people are smarter than old people. I didn't say that.
You said some.
You understand? I said that it is possible for a younger person to be smarter than an older person.
I agree with you on that one. 100. You're 100% correct, and that's on that one. But I think that the conversation they were having was just the way you talked about it, the words you used, your mannerism. Felt like, what was he saying? Like, you feel like you were disrespecting your mom, and that's why they were upset. But marriage is a very sensitive issue and a very sensitive topic, and I feel like when it comes to those conversations, people think that it's very compulsory or very mandatory for our parents to approve of who we're married to or have a relationship. Wouldn't you care for your partner to have a relationship with your mother?
I would love to. That's why I took her home. And now I took her home and my mother is saying I do not like her. So imagine if you date me now.
Yes.
We've dated for like 3-4 years.
4 years.
Our parents never know from the beginning, right?
At some point they will know.
Yeah. So maybe 3-4 years. And are you not smart enough to know who is a good person? Yes. I'm just asking though.
Yes, I am.
And I feel like your mother raised you
well to be able to make good decisions.
You get me? Unless your parents don't raise you well, then
they should trust.
They think on the same they help you handle them.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you raise me properly, I'm the one who is going to pick a wife. I am going to live with this person. Like I said it the other day. You understand? Your mother is not going to stay forever. At some point, she's going to die.
Yes.
At some point, your father is going to die.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you're going to be the one with this person.
Yes.
You understand? I don't know how I explained this, and somebody said, Omo Ali, Yoruba, this is simple thing. You know what I said? I said, for example, now my mother doesn't want me to marry an Igbo woman.
Yes.
Right? She doesn't want me to marry an Igbo woman. And guess what? This Igbo woman is a very, very good person. You understand? She will now make me look for a Yoruba woman because she wants a Yoruba woman, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, am I now settled with a nonsense Yoruba woman? I clearly stated that. Doesn't mean Yoruba people are nonsense people who
yes
understand what I'm saying. Somebody still said Omo Ali. The way he talks about Yoruba people, I'm like,
you were reading the comments.
God,
you were reading the comments.
No, at some point I had to, but guess what?
Yes,
I'm someone who's very emotional. Stuffs get to me, but for the very first time in my life, none of those things got to me because I knew what I was saying, and the people who got it.
Yes,
you understand? Some comments were like, "How did he really insult?" So people who said I insulted. People who said I did not, but at the end of the day, this time around, I was very strong. Like, to hell with your comments, like whatever.
Anyway, so this song, Lover Boy, do you have a girlfriend right now? Are you seeing someone?
Please, I don't do it. You actually have a girlfriend, though. I do.
Oh, when she saw the comments on Twitter, when she saw your post, how did she feel?
And so that's the thing now. I always tell you.
Where is she from?
She's Yoruba.
Is that why you were saying what you were saying? Because your mom is Delta and your girlfriend is Yoruba.
No. So my mom doesn't have a problem with Yoruba people, though.
Okay.
She no marry Yoruba person.
Okay.
Am I not Yoruba? No, so that's not it. So and again, it's like dating your guy and you know him. You're supposed to know this person where you date now. Yeah. You get some things where you go see, you go just throw away face. You understand? Because you know the person that you're dating and you know that the person is not a stupid person. So.
Yes. But this song, you talked about being Moreni KG. Is that the name of your girlfriend?
I don't know. You are putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm listening to the song. Which one is putting words in your mouth? I'm going to ask you about this song.
No, Moreni KG is just a random name.
Random name.
Shout out to all the Moreni KGs
in the building. I'm rolling my eyes at you, but it's cool. Now, on that song, you talked about you're shouting at your girlfriend, not your girlfriend, like shouting at the girl in the song, and you were talking about how she has been with you before through thick and thin.
When I know get rubber,
is that your story?
You there for me.
Is that your story?
No, so you know sometimes you don't sing your story, you just sing. So I was just singing basically.
So it's not like she was with you before you became NAS boy.
She was actually.
She was.
Yeah.
So when you got popular, how did you manage that relationship? It did not shake at any point.
No. Nothing shake though.
She did say skit maker. I know because you people are always in the news for bad things.
It's a lie. How many people?
Let's not do that.
Let's say we have 100 skit makers. We've not had 20 people in the news for bad thing. I put my life.
So when I say bad thing, I don't mean stealing money or all of that. People say that skit makers can be. You guys are always with women. Wait, so you. So when I say bad things, let me explain myself, NAS boy. When I say bad things, I don't mean questionable character with money and stuff like that or duping people. I mean the way you guys are always hanging with women. Your skits, you always have women that are super fine.
Is that how it is for me?
There's some of your videos you have women now.
No, not women doing the kind of things women do.
Those other skits.
Yeah, unless you say I should not use women again.
Wait, now let me follow me. Don't go before me. Come back. Let me follow you with this theory.
So like I said, I use women now.
Wait, Nas. My question is, lots of times people say skin makers are surrounded by women. You guys, I hear that ladies message skin makers and say I want to be in your video so they can get popular. Do you understand? So that means you're exposed to a lot of women. You're surrounded by women, and you're with someone who has been with you before you became NAS boy. How does she manage that situation?
She doesn't have a problem. So that's lucky me. She actually doesn't have a problem.
She doesn't question who's that girl.
No, she doesn't do that.
She doesn't ask you.
So that's why I said now. So it's about knowing the person that you're dating. So if you know the person,
Mado.
You look like a jealous person. Wow.
No, don't say this about me. Because respect yourself.
Because you look like you're sounding like, oh wow. So a girl can actually be like this.
No.
Wow. No, but so I respect her and I don't put a lot of stuff in her face. So there's never a reason for questions. I just behave myself. Just behave yourself without understanding that you have someone. Shout out to you. I like the song Lover Boy and I'm really rooting for you and I hope that the world accepts you as an artist. Thank you. And I hope that, whatever reception you get from this song does not deter you from going forward with the music. No. You understand? Because if you want to do this, you have to continue to do it. You have to put out another song, put out an EP, put out an album. Just continue to do it. Don't let people say, you won't do skit, you won't do music, choose one. So whatever it is that they say, just keep at it, and I hope that people finally agree or see you as an artist. That was quite relieving. Thank you. So please don't stop doing the music. And I was asking you if you have a dance routine or a TikTok for this song, and you said no. I'm not a dancer, but I promise you guys that you guys will see dance. You guys will see dance very soon. All right, thank you so much, NAS boy, for coming to the studio and having this conversation with me. It was so nice to get to see you and know you and have the conversation. I hope that we can do this again. Maybe when you drop another song, or you want to promote another thing. Let me know. So how do you decide on the girls to work with for your skits? How do you? No, I just use. So if you like watch my videos, I use regular people. I don't change them a whole lot of times. Oh. Yeah. So I know people who really know how to act. And if they've been with you for a minute, just continue with them. So it's just people who know how to act. It's not about body. It's not about shape. It's not about beauty. It's just about people who know how to kill the job. That's all. But the skin makers always intentionally pick fine girls so they can get views and girls with. So I don't feel like there's an association to this thing. You guys don't have like a WhatsApp group where say this girl now the one way we go use. I just use the best. If I think the person is the best for the character, then I just use the person. It's not about beauty. If a beautiful girl, if it has to be a beautiful girl for the role, then it has to be a beautiful girl. I don't force it. Do you pay them? Yes, now it's not like payment exactly. It's a platform for them, for the ones that are not known. Yeah. And so it's a platform for them too. Some people grew off those
videos,
being in people's video. And so it's a platform. You're supposed to pay me. Shit.
Thank you so much, NAS Boy. Go check out his brand new song titled Lover Boy. He has dropped this one. It's on all platforms, right? Whatever platform that you listen to your music from, check out the song Lover Boy by NAS Boy. And it's also on TikTok.
Yeah, it is.
Even though NAS Boy has not dropped any dance rates in, but tell someone that NAS Boy is here and he's got a new song titled Lover Boy. He's a skill maker and also an artist. He intends to continue to do both.
And an actor.
And an actor.
Paying you, make it paying you.
God, this boy. You are on your number one lifestyle station, 61051. My name is Melody. And of course, stay right here. See you way back Wednesday.